Hi guys, it's me again. Alright then viewers, today I'm going to be doing my VHS update. Okay, now before I begin this update, there are some news that I need to tell you, and it's regarding about VHS update. Now, because I have been collecting VHS tapes since 2018, so obviously this will be the last ever VHS update to be made as a daily video, but that was before I even think about changing it to weekly/monthly, more remotely monthly. Now, because I know that my good friend Rage has done the VHS update every 2 months. Yes, she's done her own VHS opening and closings. Oh, and if you haven't checked those out yet, go and see her channel, and I'm sure you'll see what sort of goodies that she buys. Well, probably from eBay, more than it can be said from me, because I just usually find them in charity shops, only if they're rare, of course, but not so much. So yeah, go and check out her channel. Now, this is where I will bow out the VHS Updates daily edition to rest. After I've done this last update, of course. Now, because obviously, I have these videotapes here that I want to show you today. Right, so let's crack on. So we're going to start with this one first. The Country Mouse and the City Mouse Adventures. And this one is the Moustache Murderer and Other Adventures. So yeah, there's the front spine with Reader's Digest video logo on the bottom, and the back, and it has 4 episodes. There's the Moustache Murderer, The Case of the Disappearing Diamonds, Frisco Rumble, and Diamond Safari. Now this one runs for 92 minutes. And there's a tape for the Moustache Murderer and Other Adventures. No date. And the next one is Swiss Chocolate Mouse, front, spine, and the back, and it has 4 episodes. There's Swiss Chocolate Mouse, Mouse Cofides, Strauss Mouse, and Matador Mice. Now, obviously, this is either from 2001 or 1997 when it was released. So, yeah, this one runs for 96 minutes. And there's a tape for Volume 2 with Swiss Chocolate Mouse and Other Adventures. And the next one is All I Want for Christmas. So there's the front, spine, and the back. And it has 4 episodes. There's All I Want for Christmas, Mice on Ice, The Great Yeti Adventure, and The Ghost of Castle Mackenzie. That's the one in Scotland, of course. And there's a tape for Volume 1, which is called All I Want for Christmas and Other Adventures. And the last one is Adventure on the Orient Express. Here's the front, spine, and the back. There's 4 more episodes. There's Adventure on the Orient Express, To Catch a Tiger by the Tail, Mystery of a Pharaoh's Tomb, and Outback Down Under. There's a tape for the Adventure on the Orient Express. And the next one is Austin Powers International Man of Mystery. Now, if you remember the DVD which I showed you from my last update, well, this is a VHS which I've never showed you before. So here's the front, spine with PAF logo on the bottom, and the back. Now, this one runs for 91 minutes. Yeah, and this is probably from 1998. And here's a tape for Austin Powers International Man of Mystery. So yeah, open date. And the next one is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer the movie. Now, that's another one which is based off the DVD I showed you from my last update, but this is a VHS version of this. So here's the front, spine with Calder logo on top, and the back. Now, I can't see how many minutes it is, but I can tell you that this is probably from a 2000s reissue. But anyways, here's a tape for Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer the movie. Print date is 4th of November 2000. Right, moving on to the next one now, and it's Casper's Haunted Christmas. Front, spine, and the back. Now this one runs for 80 minutes, and I think this is from 2000 when it was released. There's a tape for Casper's Haunted Christmas, but only the Reader's Digest video release, of course. But it's still big with the Carlton logo on it though, which is good. And moving on to these two of these VHSs, which both of them are completely forgotten from 1990s. So anyways, here's the next one, and it's Mole's Christmas from the Wind in the Willows collection, and it's starring Richard Briers, Peter Davison, and Imelda Staunton for the voices of the characters. There's the front, spine with BMG Kids logo on the bottom, mainly BMG Video, and there's the back. Now this one runs for 28 minutes, and this is from 1995 when it was released. And there's a tape for Mole's Christmas. No print date. And there's the inside sleeve for all the other titles. There's The Adventures of Mole, which I'll show you in a minute. Mole's Christmas, Look at That Digger, Look at That Tractor, Meet the Wombles, Paddington Goes to School, Danny, the Champion of the World, and I'm Starting School. Right, next one, and it's The Adventures of Mole. Front, spine, and the back. Now this one is from 1995 again. This one runs for 51 minutes. And there's the tape for The Adventures of Mole. Oh, and don't ask about this, do not play. Well, the reason why it says that, because at the end, now, the tape at the end was slightly damaged, but the rest of it looks alright though. But if anything happens to this tape, I will probably do a bad news video about this. Yeah, so that you don't have to get worried about it. Yeah, because, I mean, after all, it is an old tape. But I'm definitely keeping it for some time. But anyways, that's The Adventures of Mole. And the next one is The Wombles. 10 classic episodes on one great video, as told by Bernard Cribbins. So yeah, rest in peace to him. And there's the Play Box logo on top. And there's the front and spine. And it's got an Orinoco on the top spine and the back. And it has 10 episodes. There's Hiccups, Film Show, Pirate Gold, Warm and Cozy, Autumn Leaves, Womble Times, First Aid, The Herb Garden, Womble Fool's Day, and Wombling Summer Party. And there's a tape for The Wombles. And this one runs for 45 minutes, so that you know. And the next one is The Best of Blondie, the video. Now, and it's got a Music Club logo on top here. So here's the front, spine, and the back. And there's a tape for The Best of Blondie. No print date. Oh yeah, and if you're wondering why I'm including this in this update, because I've already done a collection video for my Music Club VHS collection. Because if you haven't checked that out, well, go and check it out. And the last normal tape now, and it's David Bowie, Serious Moonlight Live, Volume 2. So here's the front, spine with a Channel 5 video logo on the top, and the back. This one runs for 51 minutes, and this is from 1986 when it was released. There's a tape for David Bowie, Serious Moonlight Live, Volume 2. And it's got a Channel 5 video embossed case, which is cool. Right, anyway, bear with me whilst I put this back. Yeah, I'm terribly sorry about this. Right, I'm just going to put that down. Bear with me. Right, there we go. Right, so now that all those normal tapes now. Oh yes, including the Music Club. Oh yeah, and sadly, this was the very last ever normal tape that I will show you as part of a daily VHS update as well as DVD. So yeah, that's that. But anyways, now we have a few of the BBC videos here, which I didn't get around to show you yet. So Now, anyways, now before I continue with this update, now back in 2018, right, I did used to pick up Blackadder 2 Part-A Birthday, which was the very first BBC video that I used to own, but not anymore because I got Blackadder on DVD now. So this is why this is going to be the last time that I'll show you the BBC tapes, as well as one VCI tape. So yeah, obviously these ones are the ones that I got from Dorchester. Oh yeah, and 2 of them is from Yeovil, but 3 of them here, well actually 3 of them on there, and 2 of them are normal. So yeah, it's probably good. Right, so let's crack on. So we're going to start with this one first. Now, because this is obviously the first time I've ever showed you this, and it's Postman Pat has too many parcels. Now, as you can see, it says 4 brand new exciting adventures with Greendale's favourite postman. Oh, and look at him though. He's covered in all those paint, feathers, and hay bales. Really funny. And look at that Major Forbes though. He's just trying to take the parcel out of Postman Pat's hand. Right at the bottom, all the parcels just being dropped down. Very silly of Major Forbes to do it. But anyways, here's the front spine with the BBC logo on top this time. And there's Postman Pat with just the cat. And there's the back. And it has 4 episodes. There's Postman Pat has too many parcels. Postman Pat follows a trail. That's the very episode that I remember from my childhood. I think it was on Special Delivery VHS that I used to have as well. There's Postman Pat, The Best Village, and Paste and Sealing. So this one runs for 60 minutes. And this is from 1997 when it was released. And here's a tape for Postman Pat has too many parcels. Print date is 30th of December 2000. And there's the inside sleeve for the other programmes. There's Five and Sound with Toy Box. Yep, there's Postman Pat, Noddy, and Pingu. And the next one is Robbie the Reindeer in Hooves of Fire. Now, if you probably remember the Legend of the Lost Tribe VHS, which I showed you from my last update, well, I got this one for real, because I've never showed you this one before. So here's the front spine with a new BBC logo on top this time, and the back. Now this one runs for 32 minutes, because I think it's got a music video at the end though, and this one was released in 2000. And here's a tape for Robbie the Reindeer. Yep, print date is 5th of December 2005. Hang on, what's this? 2005? 2005? 2005? Oh god! Not 2005. Yeah, don't worry everyone. Yeah, I was just joking. Yeah, you know, when the angry video game nerd said the same thing about Fred Fuix. Well, if you get my drift. I do apologise for that. Yeah, don't worry folks. This is obviously a reissue. But anyways, look at this, right? 2005? Oh, that is very odd. Anyways, now, this is from 1999. Yep. I think most of you got it a bit wrong. But anyways, let's just continue. Now, there's the book of Hooves of Fire. Yeah, that's the one I showed you. And yeah, that's the first snow in it. Yeah, that's the one I remembered. And there's the big nose. Mind you, that looks very rare though. But anyways, that's Robbie the Reindeer. Sorry if I reacted. And the next one, you know, the last one with the Streaks of Doom I did, and it's Only Fools and Horses, Strained Relations, with 2 other episodes, Hole in One and It's Only Rock and Roll. Front, spine, and there's the back. Now this one runs for 87 minutes. This one was released in 1997. And there's a tape for Only Fools and Horses, Strained Relations. Print date is 10th of April 1997. Yeah, and there's the inside sleeve for all the other comedy collections. Right, anyways, next one now, and it's a double video pack of Red Dwarf, Smeg Outs and Smeg Ups. So yeah, it's got 2 videos all in one double video pack. So, yeah, I'm so glad to have spotted that. I think it was about 2 weeks ago when I first got this, and as well as that one. Well, that was a hoot. Anyway, here's the front, big spine, and the back. Now, obviously, this is obviously 50 minutes for these two tapes here. So, obviously, in total, 102 minutes. This one was released in 1998. Of course, as a re-release. And here are two videos. Here's the first one, Smeg Ups. Now, obviously, that VHS was probably originally released in 1994. Print date is 17th of September, 1999. And here's another one, Smeg Ups. Yeah, it's got the different print date. 16th of September, 1999 as well. Right, so I'm going to put this back in here now. So yeah, bear with me whilst I get that sorted. Right, last one now, and this is the very last ever BBC VHS, which I'll show you as part of a daily update. And it's Eureka! Ka! Kidding, because that's what the promo used to do in 1997. So as you can see, it says Anna Cheek comedy from a blonde who breaks the rules. So here's the front, spy with a new logo on top again, and the back. Now this one runs for 48 minutes, and this is from 1997 when it was released. And as you can see, it says originally transmitted 25th of August 1997. So obviously it would have been a bank holiday to see that though. And there's a tape for It's Eureka! Ka. Sorry, I've got to stop saying that. But anyways, I don't think this has got a print date on here, so it's fine. So there you have it, viewers. That's pretty much all the tapes that I can show you now. Alright then. Now, before I end this update, now, I know I've already told you all about some certain things that I will be doing with the VHS update, when the daily version will bow out. So obviously, I'm very sorrowful to say, goodbye VHS Updates, Daily Edition. Well, I don't think I'll be doing it daily ever again. Well, never mind weekly. So obviously from now on, I'm only going to do the VHS Update monthly. But that means that I'll also have to find some tapes that I am planning to keep. I'm planning to keep an eye out for BBC VHS, VCI ones. Oh, and just to let you know on the VHS opening and closing. Now, I do have a couple of VBO ones to be uploaded to YouTube, but after I've done all that, I will have to retire from doing the VHS opening and closing to most VHS opening and closing to VBO ones. Oh yeah, but of course I'll still continue uploading the opening and closings as well. So obviously you can't miss it. So yeah, I will only have to keep an eye out for BBC videos, VCI tapes, nothing else really. Oh, and definitely not the ones that I am not planning to keep. And the reason for that, because every time when I find a BBC tape or VCI to go along with the other tapes, basically, the tapes that I get from YMCA, there was a special offer that if you pick up 10 VHS tapes, you only have to pay £1, which is in my local charity shop, which is YMCA, by the way. Oh, and sometimes St. Margaret's, I think it's the one down there sometimes, they even include VHS tapes there, because I think that's how sometimes they take them. Oh, yeah, and also for Dorchester, however, well, Men's Cap Charity Shops, yeah, that's the one that I've already got. Only Fools and Horses, that one for example. And as for the Salvation Army ones, I got that one. So that's how it all came from. So this is what I will do when it comes to updates. I will only probably keep an eye out for BBC VHS and VCI ones. The ones that I'm only planning to keep. But for the other ones, well, I'll still continue to do some digitizing them before throwing them away. Or just sometimes give them away. Right, so that's it now. There's no more update after this. So hopefully I shall see you either in a month or when I got some VHS update, or weekly if there's if I want to show you those tapes quickly. I'd probably say I will carry on with the updates, but only this time as weekly/monthly. Right, well anyways, I'm going to say goodbye and I'll probably see you again soon. And also, the VHS updates will always come back when it's weekly or monthly. Bye bye everyone. Bye bye.